Hey guys, what is up? It's Aime. Welcome back to my channel. I make videos about sustainability and also sometimes about living in Paris. So I've been living in Paris for almost 3 months now, and there's a lot of things to love. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys 10 things that I absolutely love about living in Paris. And just for kind of a background, I'm actually from the Midwest in the United States. So Paris is a big like just huge change, so many differences. So the first thing, not surprising at all, probably my favorite thing about Paris and France in general is pastries slash bread. Like, it's something that French people do very well and I really appreciate it. Bakeries here are literally everywhere. Like, just me going to the metro, it's like a 10-15 minute walk, I passed by like 10 different bakeries. Number 2 is one that is mostly because of where I'm from. Like I said, I'm from the Midwest, but I hate snow with a passion. Here in Paris, like, the weather is actually not that bad. It's pretty mild. The one downside is that it kind of rains, not a lot, it just mostly sprinkles, and then also it's always cloudy, but that's for another video. The metro. Can we just talk about how amazing the metro system in Paris is? There's literally like a million different metros going in a million different directions. Like, you can get basically anywhere, at least within like Paris city limits, pretty easily. Pretty easy to like know how to get to where you're going, and I just love the metro. Like I said, being from the Midwest, like, the public transportation system, absolute trash. I don't know if I could survive living in my hometown without a car, but here in Paris you can get to anywhere you want to go. Some metros are nicer than the others. The 9, which I use most of the time, is a lot better than the 11, which I used to use. And the other thing too is, even if you're in the suburbs, I work in the suburbs, the RER and even some of the metros go out into the suburbs, make it easier for people who live in the suburbs to commute to Paris and work. So that's also really nice, and it just makes it easier for people to use public transportation and be able to get to where they're going. And it's also a lot cheaper than having a car, obviously. So that's really nice that the Paris metro system is actually decent. Number 4 is one that I've kind of discovered over the past couple of weeks, and is that it's really easy to meet other international people in Paris. So the way that I've met people is through like social media, like Instagram and things like that, and also through Bumble BFF. That's where I've met most people. But yeah, the first couple of months that I was here, I just legit just stayed home, didn't do any, partly because of COVID, but also because I was kind of lazy and I was not going through the best mood when, like, in the winter time. But in the past couple of weeks, I've kind of decided that I really want to make friends, and I thought it would be kind of hard, but once you just kind of download Bumble BFF and start chatting with people, it's pretty easy to meet up with people, and so far the people that I've met are pretty nice. That's definitely something that really surprised me. But the other funny thing is, literally the first friend that I made in Paris, I met him at the airport. Yeah, it's pretty easy to meet people here if you're just kind of open to meeting people on social media and chatting online, and also in person. If you're moving here and you're kind of scared about meeting people, at least when it comes to meeting international people, it's pretty easy as long as you speak English, obviously. This isn't something that we have in the US, at least I don't think, but on a lot of packaging, it's pretty easily labeled what can and cannot be recycled. And this is so great because people just, at least in the US, are so bad at recycling, and people will think something is recyclable even though it's not. But the labeling here is really good, and even like on the outside of packaging, you'll have like, they'll have like these little sections that will have like, this part of the packaging is not recyclable, this part of the packaging is, like, it allows you to kind of know what to do with your packaging when you're done with your food or whatever you purchase. So I think that's really great in helping people know what to and to not recycle. So I really love that about living in Paris. Next one is having plant stores everywhere. This is once again something that I just never experienced. Kind of the same with bakeries, but there's literally like 3 plant stores that I pass just on my way to work, and I just love that so much because I love plants. And I haven't really purchased that many plants. I will on Wednesday though, because I'm doing a video on decorating my apartment, so I'm gonna purchase some plants for that. So I just love that there's plant stores everywhere, and if you are a plant lover just like me, you're gonna be able to find plants wherever you go. And it might be kind of bad for your wallet, but I just love it so much. But here in Paris, people love plants, and I vibe with that. Paris architecture is just top notch. There's a reason that Paris is the most visited city in the world, and it is because the architecture is just so beautiful. You can just walk around anywhere you go. So one of my main goals for 2021 is to just kind of walk more around my neighborhood, and I never cease to just be amazed as to how beautiful the city is. And sometimes when I'm just walking around the city, I'll take pictures of random things because I think it's beautiful, but I feel like Parisians probably might not see the beauty because it's something that they've just always noticed. Like, it's things that they just grew up seeing all these buildings. So I feel like if you're from Paris, it might not be as easy to just understand how gorgeous the city is, but personally, I think this city is just very beautiful. So the next one is thrifting, and this is something that was kind of, when I arrived, I literally arrived like a day after lockdown 2.0 was instilled. So I was kind of sad that I literally couldn't do anything. All the stores were shut down, and even like the thrift stores and stuff, obviously. So I didn't get to do a lot of thrifting at first. Since lockdown kind of ended, I've been able to go to a couple different thrift stores, and the thrift stores here are literally so good. There are a little bit more expensive because it's a big city. I'm just really excited to kind of do a bit more thrifting. I'm working on a video that's like, come thrift with me. I'm really excited for that one because I love thrifting, and this is actually thrifted, this sweater. So is this shirt, so from Paris. So yeah, I definitely love thrifting here. It's a lot of fun, and some of them can be a little bit more expensive, but super cute stuff. The next one is healthcare. Enough said. I don't really need to add any more onto this. I feel like I literally can't make a video without calling out America, but yeah, the healthcare system in the US, trash, disgusting, needs to go. I just imagine living in a country where we think it's okay for people to not have healthcare. How is that okay? I just don't understand. But yeah, the healthcare system here in France is so much more affordable, and I personally haven't had to use it yet, but one thing that I'm going to be excited about is now that you need a COVID test to go back to the US, I can get that for free. Whereas in the US, you need insurance, and if you don't have insurance, it's like $130 to get COVID tested. So I don't appreciate that. I really don't appreciate it. So the final thing I wanted to talk to you guys about in today's video is the history. I feel like Paris, Europe in general, is just, there's so much history behind it, and obviously there's so many monuments, the Arc de Triomphe, the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre. There's just so many things that you can do and see in Paris, and even though things are shut down, I think it's really cool that you can still see all these super old buildings, and you can still visit a lot of these monuments, just not go inside. So for example, one thing that I think is really funny is that I actually went to this park. I'm gonna put it on the screen because I can never pronounce it correctly, but it's actually a park that's connected to the Louvre, but I had no idea that if I had literally just walked to the other side of the park, I would have seen the Louvre, at least like the pointy glass thing that is basically like iconic, and I had no idea I was basically there, and I thought that was really funny. But I did visit the park and saw the fountains, and I thought it was really cute. I just never went to the Louvre part of it. So I just think it's really cool that Europe has so much history, and you can just go and see so many amazing things. And I didn't even mention this in this video, but now that I'm thinking about it, another amazing thing about Paris is that you can visit so many different countries for very cheap because it is in Europe, and I feel like it's really easy to travel in Europe. You can literally, I can go to Germany literally tomorrow. I can visit Italy, just Spain, the UK. It's just so easy to go to different countries while you're in Europe. And because of COVID, I obviously have not been traveling, but I think that's something that is very easy to take advantage of when you're living in Paris and in France in general. So those are the 10 things that I love about living in Paris. The last one was kind of a bonus one, and one that I would definitely take advantage of when COVID is over. But yeah, I definitely love living here. There's so many exciting things to do and see, even though things are closed, and things are supposed to open up like soon, but I don't think that's happening at all, but it's fine. I still love living here. So if you're kind of considering moving to Paris, these are 10 things that I think you're going to enjoy if you move here. Like I always say, my DMs are always open if you have any questions or anything you want to ask me. But that is it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. You can always follow me on my social media. They're always linked down below. Another exciting thing, I actually started a podcast. It is called Our Collective Sparks, and I basically just chat with people and talk about sustainability. So I'll also have that link down below so you can go and listen to that on Spotify and Anchor. Also, I started a Patreon because YouTube is a job and I literally make like $2 a day from the AdSense. So if you want to support my channel, you can click the link down below and join my Patreon. I plan on releasing videos early and also putting my podcasts on there early as well. And if I have bonus podcasts and any other bonus content that I want to share with you guys, it'll definitely be on my Patreon. So definitely go to my Patreon, and we can also just have a fun community where we can just chat. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.